How much does Instagram advertising cost? It's a simple question, right? Unfortunately, simple questions don't always have complicated answers. So buckle up, because we do have an answer, but it's not a simple number outright. This is because the cost of Instagram ads fluctuates regularly, almost like a living ecosystem. It stays relatively steady, but sudden changes can throw the system off balance a bit, and your ad costs with it. Since Instagram ads works on an auction-based system that's created a dynamic marketplace for advertisers, a number of factors affect how much you need to bid and thus spend to be competitive. Let's take a look at some of these factors that can most directly impact the cost of your Instagram ads and how you can use them to your benefit. Number one is your relevance score. This metric is a number from 1 and 10 that will tell you how relevant Instagram believes your ad is to your target audience. It's gauged partially on the system's algorithms and also on engagement. If enough people like, share, or click on your ad, the score goes up. If they hide it, report it, or express negative sentiments, the score goes down. A high relevance score is known to lower CPC and ad costs, so keep a close eye on this one and try to keep it above a 7. You'll also want to be mindful of the actions you're optimizing for, which determines what sort of actions and results you're paying for. If you optimize for links, you'll likely be paying when someone clicks on your ad. If you choose to prioritize unique reach, you'll pay per 1,000 views. Keep an eye on how this affects costs on your campaigns, by the way. The third factor that frequently affects ad costs is your choice of placements. Instagram feed ads cost more than stories ads, even though they're both on the same platform. If it's important to keep your costs low, you can technically run Instagram ads on other platforms that have lower than Instagram costs to try to maximize your budget and ad spend. The fourth factor is completely outside your control, but affects you nonetheless. Certain times of the year or events in the marketplace mean higher levels of competition. This in turn will typically result in higher ad costs, which is why you can safely expect those CPCs to start increasing come the holiday season. There are, after all, a finite number of ad placements at any given time, and the auction is the perfect example of supply and demand economics. The last major factor that affects cost outside the audience targeting itself will be ad fatigue. If people see your ad too many times, the likelihood that they'll convert goes down, and the likelihood that they'll hide the ad increases. This doesn't help your relevance score, and it lowers your CTR, so it can start to affect ad costs over time. Keep your frequency low, and as soon as it goes above a 3, change up either the targeting or the campaign before it's too late. With all this being said, it's time to look at ad cost. There's a lot of data available and some of it is conflicting, but the general consensus is that you can expect to pay at least between $1 to $3 on a click on Instagram and around $5 per 1,000 views. That being said, these are general guidelines and some advertisers pay much more and some pay much less. Know what's normal for you, and as long as you're yielding a positive ROI and keeping a high relevance score, you're creating strong campaigns and you'll notice quickly if something goes awry.